Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today, excuse me, is my week 7 picks. You already know my three schools: Notre Dame, Colorado, and Maryland. Those are my three games I'm going to look at today. We're going to start with the Stanford game because I completely forgot that game is actually tonight. As of right now, it's 8:24 p.m. Game starts at 10 Eastern. So luckily, I got home just in time to film this video. Once again, I apologize for making these so short, make these in such short notice. Um, but yeah, stuff happens during the week, and your boy be forgetting. But anyway, let's go. That's no more bull jobbing. Let's go and get to the preview. All right, so Stanford at Colorado. Colorado has been, Stanford has been atrocious this year. I know they had a couple close games, but they lost. They got blown out. Who did they play? Oregon or USC, one of them. And then they lost to Sacramento State, I think, was that week 2? I don't give you any chance um, beating any good teams if you're losing the FCS schools. No disrespect to Sacramento State, but yeah, the whole point of those games being scheduled is so you can get an easy win. It doesn't count because, believe it or not, if you don't know college football, FCS wins don't count towards your win total. They count as a win, but they don't count towards bowl eligibility. So it's very important that you have to basically you need to win 7 games if you play an FCS school, because one of them's not going to count. So if you win 6 games and one of the FCS opponent, that victory won't count. So yeah, you don't want that to happen. So yeah, all you schools out there that schedule FCS schools, win the game. Okay. Anyway, enough of this. So my preview. The game is going to be in Folsom. Colorado is by 12 and a half. Over under is 59. My prediction. I got the score 35-24. Colorado is going to. I don't think it's going to be as big of a blowout as people think it's going to be. It's still Colorado. They're still getting used to everything. I don't know when they'll play a complete football game. It ain't going to be this week. I think Stanford will stick around. I think Colorado pulled away at the end. They'll get the win 35-24, which, if I do the math, that is 59 points. So I am right on the mark. I forgot, like I said, I said in another video what happens if you don't pick either one. There's a wash or whatever. So I guess the over under, in my opinion, my score doesn't indicate this, but I would definitely I'd probably take the under if I was betting, and then I wouldn't take the money line. I'd take Stanford to to hold them to 11 points. I got 35-24. So yeah, in my opinion, don't take the money line, and I would take the under for that one. Second game, we're going to get to the Maryland Terps. Terps are at home after that I guess meltdown in the fourth quarter against Ohio State. The game was in reach, and then they just kind of, I don't know what happened. They fell apart. So it's back at home in College Park. It is homecoming. So I expect Maryland to come out with fire and energy for this crowd. It's at 3:30, 64 degrees, so it should be a very nice day tomorrow. Sun out and everything. Good weather. I expect everyone to bounce back from last week, and I expect them to handle business. I got the score Maryland 42, Illinois 21. I expect this to be domination from start to finish. The reason I gave Illinois 21 because I do think they're good enough to score 21 points. I never go by records unless it's just something blatantly obvious, like I did with Stanford. That's just their record pretty much indicates what that team is. Um, Illinois is a decent team. I'm not going to say they're going to push over. They'll fight. I just don't think they'll keep it close. The money line is Maryland 13.5, and the over under is 50. I would take the money line. I think Maryland will cover. And judging by my score, that's 63. So I would take the over. So if you bettors out there for the Maryland game, take the money line. Maryland will cover and take the over. And then the final game I want to get into is Notre Dame in USC. It's funny, all three teams are at home this week. So funny how that schedule works out. So yeah, last week we all know what happened against Louisville. I was completely wrong. I had them winning 30-21, and I think what was the score? What was the score last week? It was like 30 something to 17 or something. It got bad in the end. And like I said, the game there were moments in the game when Notre Dame should have pulled away. They just didn't capitalize. And then the fourth quarter, it just got out of hand, and he just started throwing a whole bunch of stupid interceptions because he was pressing. Hartman was pressing because he was down, and he was like, "We got to win," because he understood what was at stake. They lost that game, so essentially, as of right now, they're out of it because they're 21st. It's the 14 play. They don't have enough quality teams left to make up those two losses. I guess if they just run the table and put up a whole bunch of style points, maybe. I mean, they'd have to win tomorrow night anyway. But I mean, if they lose tonight or lose tomorrow night, you definitely can count that out. Excuse me. So it's in South Bend. Money line is Notre Dame 2.5. That's very, very generous what they give. And from what I've heard, they give the home team usually if it's for the evenly matched game, they usually get the home team the money line, like very close, and over under is 60. So I believe crazy things have happened. Today is Friday the 13th, so tomorrow won't be the Friday the 13th, but it is Friday the 13th weekend. So maybe some of that juju, some of that energy from today can move over into Saturday. It is Saturday night, so that's hey man, crazy things have happened at a college football game at night, so you never know. My score, I have, I guess you would call this an upset, just based on the rankings. I got Notre Dame 30, USC 14. I think Notre Dame understands they have any type of shot to get back into the playoff hunt. They have to win Saturday night. I think they'll come out. I pray on everything. I pray that Sam Hartman finally gets it together. Coach Freeman finally understands that you brought this boy here to run. They should be a pass-heavy team. They don't. Freeman seems like he wants to really lean on Estime and the other back, and they just they want Hartman to be, I guess, essentially like a Drew Pine, what he did last year. Don't mess up the game, run the ball heavy, play very good, solid defense, and just go out there and score a couple touchdowns, get like 270, 280 yards, and don't turn the ball over. But that's not Hartman. I keep telling you guys, this guy broke multiple records at Wake Forest, and I don't care what school you play quarterback at. If you're breaking school records, you're doing something right. You have some talent. I believe Hartman has the talent to play. And I think Freeman is holding him back by not running the offense conducive to what he can do. The guy, he was 110 touchdowns and like over 10,000 yards at Wake Forest. The guy can sling that thing. And it's not like Wake Forest didn't have any good. I think one season I think one season when he was there, I think they went like 11-2. And then there was one season when like they started, I think that might have been the same season, but they started like 8-0, 9-0. So it's not like he can't play. It's not like he's played inferior competition. He's played against the ACC, which is most of Notre Dame's schedule this year anyway. Um, you know what I'm saying? So I believe he can do it. He can handle the business. He can handle the challenge. I think this is the game USC gets exposed because remember Notre Dame had them last year. They just couldn't hold up in the fourth quarter. Then we know what happened to USC down the stretch. That they lost. It was a game. I think it was the game before the Pac-12 championship. They lost. Then they lost to Utah, and then they lost in the Sugar Bowl to Tulane. So then they ended the game on like a 2-3 game losing streak. So they can be beaten. They're not, I mean, I wouldn't call them a juggernaut. They haven't won anything yet. I think this will be the game where I don't think Caleb Williams is not going to get exposed, but I think that all that defense is going to get exposed because USC. Remember, y'all. I don't know if you guys remember USC at the beginning of the year. I forgot who they played. I know there was a game like a few weeks later, San Jose State. I think they were down like 17-14 at one point, I believe, and then there was the game last week against Arizona. I think Arizona was up 17-0, right? So they can be beat. And Notre Dame, I pray, is a much better team than Arizona and San Jose State. So yeah, that's my pick: 30-14 Notre Dame. Go Irish. If I had to choose, I would definitely take the line. I think judged obviously by my score prediction, Notre Dame will cover the spread, and I would take the under because 30-14 is only 44 points. I don't think it's going to be super high scoring. So yeah, that's it. Those are my three game predictions for the week. You already know how I do. I will be back. Probably depends on what time these games in and what happens with essentially what happens with this game because this is the last game of the night that I got to pay attention to. So depending on what happens, I'll probably make the recap video. Saturday night. If I don't get a chance Saturday night, I'll definitely make it Sunday night. All right. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later on this weekend. All right. Have a good one. Peace.